Good morning, good morning, everyone. It's good to see you all here again Saturday. Outside looks like still a little rainy, but still good. The temperature is still plus, right? That's good to see everyone here. Thank you, other Asian that called me this morning, texted me to say, David, I could not come to the seminar today, and they want to come back to watch the video later on. So that's fine. So Vera and Greece and some other agents just test me as well. Okay, thank you all. Yeah, today's topic is regarding the commercial sales. The sales will be including the small business and commercial property. And people asking me, even yesterday, the day before, asked me about how to sell business, how to sell the commercial property. So that's the topic we are going to do today. So I will be doing the three sections for this, three parts for the section today. Number one will be go quickly for the theory. Number two, we do the searching, how to search on MLS. Number three will be do real offers quickly. So 1 hour section is not good enough for us. So I will do as the simple, the basic step first, and later on, again, if you want to get more details, I suggest you watch the video, previous video. We have been doing 3 or 4 times already, more details in the topics. So before we start, I can share some news with everyone here today. Because yesterday we received a lot of phone call, text message, WeChat, whatever. Tony, Sammy, Scott, we received everything. It's regarding the new rules. The new rules start from December 1st. The big question, as I say, Tony, David, Sammy, can we show properties without BRA? Is BRA a must to sign before showing? So we can give the simple answer for now. So far, everything goes as normal. And of course, Tony will give us a seminar, the section will be on Tuesday morning, 10 to 12. I wish everyone will attend to that training. So it's regarding new rules. But so far, as I say, we go through the same process. So BRA, of course, if you can sign BRA, that's better. If you don't sign BRA, you still can show your property to the client. So the difference so far from now on will be no customer. It's only clients. Between clients or the buyer and the seller representing themselves. They call the sales representatives themselves. So we call designated representative or the individual that do represent themselves without agent. So that's the difference so far. BRA is, of course, still important. So I hope everyone to attend the training section on Tuesday morning between 10 to 12. Thank you. Okay, let's start for our topic today. So far, the commercial sales, as I said, mostly when we're talking about sales, commercial property, not only property, like small business. Business will be, we go through what kind of business is for sale, what kind of property we sell, right? So far we go through quickly for the section. And you will see that, as I mentioned before, this is so far for sale business, is one of the section from previous training. You can take a look at previous one for in much more details there, right? As everyone will know, we are living in Toronto, right? So Toronto is the largest, we can say largest city in Canada, or the population, the populated city, or even Toronto in Canada. Looks like how many, the population will be over 6 million or something like that. Big population. We are I think number 5 or number 6 largest city in North America. So, and a lot of immigrants, right? Most new immigrants that come in to Canada will be settled down mostly in Toronto, right? So in this respect, so that's why the market in Toronto will be is a lot of, larger, bigger than other cities in Canada. So that's why the new immigrants coming to Canada will be at least will be settled down in Toronto. So the economic in Toronto will be the least in Canada, right? So I don't need to go through much more details about it. So the small business as well, or invest as small business, mostly also fall in Toronto as well. And when we're talking about selling commercial property, as I say, property is one thing. Selling property, let's say office building, industrial, warehousing, and let other stuff, anything related to commercial for investment. So that's what we call commercial property or sale, right? And we are talking about today, again, also another good, major section will be business. So when we're talking about selling business, we are talking about one is with property or not. The other one will be without property, right? So selling business, we take a search later on, we see which one with property, which one without property. So that's important. We have to know what type of business in the market for sale. So I will have some lists here. So again, I will not go through it one by one, all right? So if we see, look at those business I have been selling before in the past, many years ago, or even some few years ago. So that's something for our colleagues to share. That's another kind of business we are selling, or some of them I sold myself as well, right? And the important, always ask, even you're a listing agent or even you're a buy agent. So the agent, your client approach you, David, I want to buy a business. You have to know what kind of business they're looking for, right? What's the business good for them? Let's say some people say, I want to buy a restaurant, Chinese restaurant, sushi restaurant, and whatever, coffee shop, or I want to buy a convenience store. You have to know what your clients really needs for, what their background with that experience. So in that case, you will find something for them. The same thing like people asking, they come to Canada, let's say not too long ago, they say, I want to buy a house. You have to make sure what kind of house to buy for them. Detached, semi, condo. So you have to know those kind of things. The same thing when you sell the business, is also you have to say what business is good for your client, right? So those are things you have to know as slowly. The more you know from your client, the more you will see what they need, you can find for them, right? So always, I told to my client before sometimes, David, I want to buy a restaurant. I say, what? Did you do anything about it? If they have no experience, they have no background on, like sushi restaurant, you don't know anything, you have to hire someone to do it. It's not easy for them to run it, right? So that's why that's important, qualify the buyer. If you're a listing agent, of course, you qualify the seller as well. We're talking about listing and buy agent later on about what's the difference between those, the difference between the two agents, who's representing who, right? Okay. So the process, not normally we say, if you're selling business or you're buying business, those are kind of steps you have to know. And from who, from seller, from buyer, whatever. Everything according to REPO, you have to, not verbal, not anything verbal agreement, everything should be in writing, right? So I don't need to go through again much detail here. And here, again, as I mentioned just now, we are talking about listing agent. That this topic will be both for listening and buying. So as a listing agent, I will remind you what kind of thing you need to know when you are listing a property with a business for sale. You have to go through the process, right? History, you have to know the business, you have to know what type of business is there here. Let's say convenience store, restaurant, whatever, whether they are independent or the franchise, that's different. So a lot of issues you have to make sure, ask your client, get something from your information. In that case, you will know how to do estimating, do something later on, step by step. So those are the things I just list out for you. For as a listing agent, you need to basically to know that, okay? And these are also the samples of what, when you do that, so a listing, the same thing like buy agent, you have to know for the business themselves. You have to make sure how do you estimate, how to reach out the final profit, right? So from beginning, of course, when you sell a business without profit, you have to make sure what the sales volume, everything. This list I only use as for convenience store or the bar, something like this, right? So the sales, the second will be cost of sale, whatever the cost, you have to know what cost you're buying something, what's the profit margin, those kind of things you have to write it down yourself, right? And so that's the way you how to reach the gross profit. That's one step by step. You have to do that and as well. And the cost always means say cost of goods sold is different from operating expenses. So if you are doing something to estimate as business for sale, you have to know cost is one thing, operating expense is another. So you have to know how to work out that way. I will give you a sample later on if you need it. So we see the form, what kind looks like formula or just the template, you can do that. So after you get everything done, you have to know what's the net profit. So that's why we say net profit will be the major point for you to determine the pricing for sale. So if the listing agent, you do that. If the buy agent, based on whatever is given, you do the workout with your buyer to see the profit, let's say 100,000 a year. So based on the net profit, 100,000, what pricing you're going to negotiate? What good deal you can do that with the listing agent. So that's the kind of process you need to know later on. So this kind of things you have to do in detail later on, right? This is an example. I don't need to do the example here for now. This one is for property evaluation. So we're talking about just now is business for sale. For commercial property for sale, we normally go by what? We call it cap rate. How do you work out a cap rate? So it's complicated. So we don't have time to do everything in detail here. So you can coming back to watch a video. We have some topic. I made something for this already. So cap rate, that means for the appraisal, for bank mortgage, they need to know it's specific the cap rate, how much they can get money back. Let's say in Toronto, downtown Toronto, 4% cap rate, in out of town, 5%, 6%, and in some other area, let's say 7-8% cap rate. So depending on location always. So the way how to work out, again, it's not so easy for now. We do about it and later on. So we also have a video showing that the formula and examples for this. So that's some samples I did before. So just quickly go through it. Here, the important is as a listing agent, what kind of forms you need. So those are forms I listed out here. Listing agreement 520, MS will be 592, cooperating 630, 631, working realtor, those kinds of things you need as a listing agent. Okay, so as a buyer agent, the package you have to know again something. There's agreement APS we normally be talking about as well, and schedule whatever schedule you need it, and of course the commissions, the 320 whatever, right? BRA, again, BRA is the same thing like residential. You need BRA, otherwise you are not protected with your commission. That's important. So that's a listing and buy agent. That's the kind of forms you need it. So these forms, you can also go to our office website. Everything lists out in our office website. You can download from there, and also the schedule, what all the condition clause also built in there as well. You can download it, you can copy and paste as well. So I don't need to go step by step everything because we don't have time for much more details. So these are others for listing. You need to know those kind of fees you need it as a listing agent. Otherwise, if you don't protect the seller, you will not protect yourself. You need to know what kind of fees, how to work out the listing price, what kind of price, what kind of fee need to pay by seller, what kind of fee paid by the buyer. You need to make sure everything, all right? So there's a lot of issue here. We don't need to touch it here, and I said already, right? Here is the offer, key point in the offer. I don't need to go through here now. And as again, the final part of today, we go through the offer, some conditions, some major issue, we go through from there as well. So this is a slide I just demonstrated to show you what you need to know at the beginning. So if some callers need to say, I need some slide, you let me know, all right? So this all everything. I don't want to take, too much time here. We go to the second part. When you are buyer agent, how do you do search for your client? That's important, right? So we go through from there. And before that, the estimating the pricing. A lot of people, how can they determine that the business for sale, the pricing? So when we go to the searching, when you find something, we talk about from there, all right? So I will give you some basic idea whether the restaurant, the convenience store is worth the price or not. We need some numbers to work on that. Okay, so let's go to the second part. And for this first part, if any colleagues have anything, you can ask me for now. Otherwise, we'll talk about it afterwards, okay? Let's go to say, oh, David, I want to set up my business, or I want to buy my business for sale. So if you have such client, at the beginning I mentioned about already. So you need to qualify the buyer. When you qualify the buyer, the same thing like buying a house, as I said. So if you know what the background of the buyer, what they really need, and if you know them, oh, I want to convenience store, I want to do the coffee shop, I want to do sushi restaurant, you already, by asking your client, you know what they need. So based on that criteria, you start searching the listing for your client. So again, as I mentioned at the very beginning, if some business for sale, let's say sushi restaurant, some people, oh, I never did any sushi. Even those kind of business, if you give away to that kind of buyer, can they run it? No, they can't. So the same thing like convenience store. Long time ago, some buyer say, David, I want to buy this 100,000 convenience store. I said, did you do anything about it? Do you know how to operate it? If they don't know, they say, if I give you 40,000, maybe you cannot run it so well, right? The previous owner, how much, whatever the profit they're making, if you don't know anything, you may not get to that point either, right? So that's important. Okay, let's say I got buy already. I know what they are looking for. So in that case, we start from searching, right? Searching for, some criteria at the very you needed to know. First of all, after you qualify the buyer, you know what they're looking for. Let's say you're looking for a restaurant or convenience store, number one. Number two, what's their price budget? Some people, I don't have too much money. I'm only at 50, 80,000. Some people say, oh, I can do the 100 to 200,000. So it depends on their budget. You need to remind your client, the buyer, for buying a business, not like buying a property, commercial property. The bank, they will not give you any mortgage. No mortgage give you, except some brand new business, something business may make financing you for some, we call it list of assets, chattels. So they can do that. So the government has a program, they say up to, I think 50,000, I can't remember, used to be. The government can finance you for asset equipment only. So in that case, not everything you can get money. Let's say 200,000, 300,000 for selling business without a property. In that case, then you tell the client you need your money yourself. You borrow from your own money or borrow from your friend or whatever. So otherwise, you cannot get the financing, right? So that's important. So when you remember the type of business and also the price range, and next one you need to know the location. Location-wise, the same like residential. We always talking about location. Like yesterday, when I was in office, one of our colleagues said, David, my people want to look for buying a business like bubble tea. Bubble tea, you need to know who's drinking the bubble tea, what's the target market customers, right? Of course, mostly young people. So what I can suggest, something like in downtown Toronto, University of Toronto area, right? Along center of Toronto, like young college, those areas, because there are 2 universities there. So those kind of area, maybe for bubble tea. Some like young shopper area, also good for bubble tea. So you have to know what customer will be for those kind of business, right? So that's a location wise. If for doing some other kind of restaurant, I mean, for bubble tea, you go to other remote area, let's say some other not, mostly that bubble tea will be Chinese oriented people drinking, right? Young people, not Western people, local people may not be good idea. So that's why we always tell your client, what your customer will have to know the location. Location-wise, also the good for making business. Okay, so then if you know the location, you know the budget already, so then you start searching. Okay, let's get to searching here. Let's try. Let's say we had been the client looking for a business already. The price range so far, let's say 100 to whatever, 100,000 or whatever. So you can search by on MS maybe. Searching, you do commercial, right? So like residential, you do residential. From commercial, you will see the menu here. Here you have to see on the left-hand side. I'm using matrix anyway. So if you're using matrix, yeah, that's the same way I'm doing here. On left-hand side, the important here, you have to look at here on the left-hand side. Property feature, the type of you are looking for here. The same thing. You're looking for retail, that means not for business, right? The retail area, space maybe. So you're looking for what? Sale of business. Here, look at here. Sale of business. So the other underneath there will be store with apartment. That means if you want to sell by business only without property, you can only sell a business. Otherwise, you can choose also store with apartment. That means with the most major street, like on Danforth, Queen Street, West Dundas Street, those street commercial district, they have a store with apartment. In China, we say 商居下铺, the store with apartment, right? So in this way, if someone looking for 商居下铺, a store business with a store, then that's the kind of thing you're looking for. So from here, you just say sale of business. For the category, I always suggest don't touch a category because some agents for the listing, they don't put anything here. But for use, again, last time when we do commercial training for commercial leasing, I did this as well. For use, you can choose from here. Look, from beginning to everything from A to Z. So again, as I said, if you want to look for your client looking for what? Coffee shop, go to cafeteria. Yeah. So more specific, you can look for, you find something here. Cafeteria, cab, okay? Also called a restaurant. Because they don't have coffee shop, right? Okay? Or you can do a restaurant all the way down here. So, and as I said at the beginning, if you want to look for convenience store, we can say we don't look coffee shop, convenience store. What do you do? They call it a variety store. Convenience, let's see if we can convenience store here. Convenience here. That's convenience store, right? That's we call the like 649, whatever this kind of thing they're looking. So more specific use, you can do it. Let's say dry cleaning. You can do the dry cleaning here also. Dry cleaning store, right? You choose whatever you need according to the client. That's good, good enough for you. And also restaurant, you see we're talking Chinese restaurant, sushi restaurant, and also Indian food restaurant. You can go to the restaurant. Let's see. Restaurant. Yeah. So those kind of use you can do. All right. So far, before for training purpose today, I don't choose anything for now because I just want to see the promote or some listen from our office. Let's try our office business for sales. If anything here, I can show to our colleagues today. We can see what they are listing, what the price, and then we do prepare the offer from there. All right. Okay. The use I leave the blank now. So again, as I say, you have a choice to do whenever you need it. Just again, they're coming back. Okay. So some criteria I need to share with you as well. Is if you say, as I said just now, I want to look for some listing in from our brokerage, right? Because this is a way maybe more easier for us. I add a field. Look here, listing brokerage phone number. If I add a field here, I will type the phone number here, 905 305 1600. So that means I want to look for some listing from our brokerage for business for sale here. When we type here the phone number, look at how many listings. Our office for sale business in Toronto, we have 23 matching. That means 23 listings here. Let's go through this 23 listings, see what our listing for sale here now. Business with property and without property. Okay, let's go there. So 23 counts, okay? Let's go through. Look at the 23 listing. We can quickly go one by one, okay? We don't have to go too much. The first one, look, we can open from the start from the first one. How much are you looking for here? I just show you the way 40,000 asking for. That means without property, right? So this one, what they're selling, because they don't give the name anything here. They have only seller's name here. They have intersection, right? That's the intersection. That's in GTA area. So here you have to see what they are selling. Okay. So this one, you can, if you have time later on, you can have it take a look. This is our agent. Sam is our agent. Okay. For you, if you find this good for your client, this is really the pricing that's used, whatever it already, you have to know what your commission. Right? The same thing like when sell residential. Residential commission normally we go by 2.25, 2.5%, right? Here in commercial sale of business, not property, okay? You see here 45% of sale price. So in this way, I also need to remind our colleagues. In selling business, normally we charge full commission. What is full commission? Full commission is 10% of selling price. Normally we say go by that. If the listing agent, okay, just remind you. But for some cases like this, asking 40,000, what commission you're charging them? If 10%, it means if they sell 40,000, you got 4,000 commission total, half and half to the cooperating agent. So you got 2,000, you get 2,000, right? If you are lucky, for asking price like this, normally we sell maybe 20,000, maybe 30,000, who knows? Because I saw many selling business, half price to sell. So in this way, I will not, as a listener, I will not suggest you to go by percentage. What you can do, you can charge and tell the seller, Mr. Seller, because it's small selling, I will charge you flat fee. Flat fee from how much you can do? You can do from 6,000 to 10,000. No matter how much you sell, 30,000, whatever, the flat fee will be, let's say 6,000. or 10,000, you can do that. Okay. So the way is, I don't mean that you tell the seller, oh, because it's too small money for me. No. The more commission, higher commission within incentive, right? Promote it. Then, of course, some much more buyer agent will introduce, promote to help you, right? So that's the way in this case, I will charge, as I say, flat fee. That's for your search. I mean, my suggestion to you, listen agent, if you're doing something like that. Okay, that's the first one. Let's go on the next one. Again, 40,000, right? This also Chen Hao Zhao, that's also our agent. Also again, 5% commission. So this is what is the selling without problem again. And they call the location, what is selling this small business. It's a lounge, some kind of food related. Okay. Yeah. So that's the second one. Let's go one by one quickly. This is 50,000. Also, selling business. What they call renovation, a kind of stone processing. Okay, that's a renovation guy, right? And they also charge the commission is 6%, right? Christine Liu is our agent. This is not the 1 year here. So this is not good for my client. Maybe say that's what I said at the beginning, right? This one will be 59,000. What is the kind of business? You look at here, dry cleaning store, right? And look at our agent, Catherine. Catherine is, I sent her a message today. Because she had few listing for sale business. Again, commission 5%. And let's go again. This is 59,000. What businesses say? This also, this is a kind of new convenience store, Gateway News. Okay, the convenience store looks like similar. Also, Catherine, you see? Sorry. Also, Catherine, listing agent. The commission, she paid also 5% as well. Okay, I go quickly. This convenience to look at here also, 65,000. They're asking. The Catherine again. This one, 85,000. This is like salon, a kind of beauty salon kind of thing, right? Again, Catherine, 5% commission. Let's go to something like this. Another salon, 99,000. This one, 100,000. Look at here, 100,000. Another kind of business. What business? 10K operation. They're calling Simona. Yeah, it's something like beauty salon kind of business, right? This Phyllis Ho. See the salon. You see, that's what I said. The commission she spoke to me sometime before when she listed this business for sale. I suggest that's flat fee. That means he paid the copy agent 5,000. She get also 5,000, maybe that depends, right? So at least in this way, no matter how much you sell, asking 118, you sell whatever price, I pay the commission. This is the price called flat fee. All right. Let's see, move on. And the next one may be BB. Also, she had a business for sale here. What do you call it? Oh, this is bubble tea. Look, that's the bubble tea. Is that one agent asked me yesterday, bubble tea, where to find bubble tea? Just look at here. So that's the price I'm asking. The commission 4%. All right. So you have to remember that's different. What businesses for sale, what's the pricing? Later on, we have to see how do you estimate the pricing. Here again, this one Lakeshore area, sushi restaurant. Look at here, sushi, right? 140,000, 49,000. And let me see who's that. Yang Li. Yeah, Yang also spoke to me before. She paid commission 4%. You see, at the beginning asking for 149,000. So far, what the same thing, did not change the pricing yet. And this, you see, this is called groceries, kind of supermarket, right? 149,000. And was Chu Jin, yeah, that she also selling this one, commission 4%. That's, you see the at beginning 149, 199, now it's dropped to 149. So the selling business is always not easy to sell down. You have to remember. So I, at the beginning, previous training, I told everyone, if you have a client, you can work on that. If you don't, selling business not easy to do that. I remember that when I start my real estate license, I got my first sale of business listing at Sinclair and Sinclair Darwin. I was so excited. So not like you guys today, you have cell phone, you got computer, you've got everything, right? At that time, we did not have nothing, only a small pager, carried on in the pocket. Whenever the people call you, the office will page you. David, you got the listing. David, you got the showing. David, you got the offer. So that's the kind of thing 26 years ago, right? And the first listing I got, I was something like your guys, a new agent for the first listing. So excited! Wow, that's really once a week. I think I went to the bar for a couple of times. One day I received 3-4 offers for the bar. 4 offers. Again, as I say, we don't have cell phone, right? Only the pager. So the 4 agent page me, 4 agent different separated page me. I got the offer for you, and how much? So I use the restaurant phone to call those people, the office, and make sure the reserve offer presentation, whatever. So after 3 days, 4 offers, nothing accepted. So in the end, I worked for 1 month. The restaurant still not sold. The bar not sold yet. So that's why I said, I'll call it, not selling business is not easy. It takes a month, 3 months, 6 months. I can see some listing even go for a year. So the important is the pricing. If price is right, of course, we sell faster. And a lot of issues we talk about afterwards. Okay, so that's a small story I share with you here. Let's go to the next one. Is see again, 199,000 what? It's a restaurant. Look at here. It's a downtown 199,000, and this restaurant, real restaurant here, and Letty, yeah, our agent. Look here. Also, you can here she paid commission 2.5%. So 199. That's what some sailor maybe always it depends on how you talk to the sailor. Sometimes the sailor, oh, I want to save money. Tell the sailor, whatever commission you pay, we have to try the best to promote it. So 1%, 2% commission does not mean too much. But if I cannot get your property, the business for sale, if you pay me 20%, it's nothing, right? So we have to be realistic. Always commission issue the same thing like residential. If I can get your listing sold, get property sold, the commission is one of incentive, to other agent. So that's why they say even if it take too long, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months to sell, what's the point? So time's money, right? So that's important. We have to talk to the agent. Okay, this other business for sale here all the way going down there. Let's go to the one with the property. Let's see. This is some listing. Look at listing here also. You see 249 going to the highest. Let me see it. Highest one. What this also for sale here. 350 Darwin Street. It's also restaurant. You see when you look at the picture, you see the restaurant, right? And we don't go detail here. Highway 7 dry clean store. You see again, 450,000. This when you see the price and look 450, looks like with a profit. No, it's not without a profit. Why asking this much? So you need to know how to estimate what income they're making. Looking here the income, you have to see what income they're making. So that's important, all right? We don't go to detail for now. Let's go to the next one. Again, this, you see this is for sale, 590. It's like a with the property. No, it's not. Again, without a property. They have a reason why asking that much. So, and also this, Winston Shim, she also a commercial agent as well. She doing a lot of commercial leasing and sale as well. The commission 4%. So that's the 559. Let's go to the next one. Look at this one, 980. So this one asking this with property. So in that way, you know, this business with the property together. So that's why they're asking this much, right? And also you will see this is like convenience store. Look at here, right? But they sell them or the liquor as well. Like beer, I think they sell them a lot of water, whatever. Danny Yun, yeah, Danny Yun, I talked to him before. At the beginning, he asked him $1 million, right? Now the commission paid 2%. That's kind of the with property. So one of this one. Next one will be see 1.3 million. That's the with property again. So this looks like a motel or whatever accommodation. Look here. Yeah, that's kind of lecture. Yeah, with business bedroom. Yeah, that's for how many bedrooms? And third bedroom one. So kind of Airbnb, whatever they're selling this one, right? With the property, business with property. Oh, the Danny Yun again. That's his property. Commission 2.5. Okay, and let's go to the final one. That's the so far we are ops listing. This one looks like how much they're asking? 6.6 million. When you look at the number like this, for sure is what? With property. So the selling gas station with the property, with the land together, that's asking 6.6 million. And also, that's Kermit. That's our agent. The commission will be 2.5%. So those kind of things we need to know that from the number one, location, number two, pricing, number three, you have to know the use, what kind of use they're doing. Then finally, you have to know what commission as a buy agent. So that's a listing so far. I showed you, demonstrated how to search it, how to find it. So let's see if we, from this 23, I think we need to get the offer to one of what? Restaurant, let's say. We want to go to a restaurant. What we can do? Of course, we need to prepare an offer. So this is number third part. Let's go to the offer. How to prepare it. Let's see, go to listening. Do you remember which one is the restaurant? Let's go to, I can't remember which one. Let's see. I just wanted the restaurant, sushi restaurant. Let's see which one. I think we saw it before. Let's move on here. The one is, this is a restaurant. Okay, let's say this is a restaurant. That's it for my client. If we read it, I say, 149,000 at the beginning, or still did never change anything. Yes, I need to call Young. Young, I'm David Chen, Homeland Landmark. I have a client want to see your listing. Can you give me some information first before I go to see the restaurant? Of course, Young will be happy to tell you. Okay, verbally, always remember, if you're a listing agent, you can give some verbally information to the buyer agent. Say, this restaurant is, we could say about 10,000 on the lease with how much and how much employee, the net profit, let's say they can make around 80,000 a year. Something you can verbally tell the agent. If they want some detailed information, I need a financial statement, I need some income tax report, whatever. Normally, as listing agent, you say, bring your offer, conditional upon review those financial statement, whatever. We give you something like the details. Otherwise, we not disclose. That's the first choice. Number two choice, of course, this small business is different. let's say the gas station just now that's 6.9 million. I want to know details about this gas station. What I can do, you can ask the buy agent sign a non-disclosure agreement. We call it a confidential agreement. That's buy agent sign it and say, I will keep confidential. Whenever the information I receive, I will keep with my client only. So in this purpose, you'll be a listing agent, the seller will be protected, right? If you don't sign non-disclosure agreement, I will not disclose anything until the offer, condition offer accepted. Okay, so this is why, let's see this sushi restaurant, we already done. Now John tell me everything. Okay, this good, looks like good. I'm ready to show the restaurant. After showing, I'm ready to prepare offer. So in this way now, let's go to make an offer now. So from here, you already then go to work form. Look at work form, right? Go to work form. Then the same thing like you prepared the same like you prepared a normal offer. Oh, what is this one? Yeah, there's something reading you needed to know. Okay, let's create it. That's a restaurant address here already. We have a commercial sales offer. That's a commercial sales, commercial offer to purchase. Look on the counter now. Commercial business. Look here, 05C business without property. You with property, you have to use a different. Okay, so from here you got everything. You'll be what? Condo property. Maybe you're on cooperative side. From the salesperson, use the way that you create. Oh, what is fail? The type, okay. Commercial product, not here. So the template is created, offer is already on template. From here, you can fill up here. Normally, we always say you go directly to the forms. When you go to the form, look at on the left-hand side here. You have all the forms here, 801, 502, 320, 540, BRA, as we mentioned just now, 540, 815. Those are forms you need to sign with the client. 630, 631, this you need to do yourself. Okay, you don't need the client to sign anything. So from here, let's say everything, the form already here, I'm going to the 502. Let's go directly. So open it. Too slow. Okay, the offer now pops up, and you will see 502, and you can go step by step. No, it's too slow. The same process, same offers format like residential, right? So the commercial lease also, if you go to the right form, if the listing on MAS, they will always give you everything coming out here. I don't know why it's so slow. Maybe some in the system you have some issue here. Let's see. But I'm not let me to move on here. Looks like not good. Something wrong here. Do you know anyone has this problem in the MS today? Excuse me, still not let me in. Really something wrong here. Let me go to work from back again to see whether it's still there. Okay, the form. Let's open again. This comment looks like, right? Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, that's 502, that's APS. Let's say called agreement pre-sale business in lease promise. Yeah, so that's the thing you need to fill up. I don't need to do everything for that. Only thing is say you have the pricing. Let's say 149, you're asking, you can say, I can give you 100,000, right? Then will be in amount that maybe for inventory, it's so far we don't leave the brand, you don't need the inventory. Deposit, say upon acceptance, normally at deposit, how much will be? Normally go by at least, you know, 5 to 10%. Let's say 100,000, you can give 10,000. You can go by, let's say, 15,000, right? Payable listening brokers, you have this listening broker. Schedule A, yeah, we already schedule here. If you have schedule B, you have it, and schedule A and B, you have to do that. Irrevocable, as again, normally go by buyer, so the date, the time, whatever you can give, 2 days, 3 days, it's up to you, right? And completion day will be normally at least a month or 2 months, because sometimes the lease is important. So you have to fill out that one. And HST, remember, buying business, HST always, the purchase price including HST. And that means buyer do not need to pay HST on buying a business. Remember that, right? And the rest will be filled out yourself. Here, number 5, you have to remember, that's called non-competition. That means if it is their owner sell the business here, the restaurant, so they will not, the owner and other people will not, in, let's say, in 5 kilometers away, around 5 kilometers for 36 months, they don't need allowed to run the same business here, right? Okay, some people put 10 kilometers, just up to that's the buyer, all right? And again, the search, number 6, search, that the 2 weeks before closing. Here, this is important, you need to know. They call it restaurant. You have to know the restaurant. So, or some people say existing lease will be. Some people put a commercial, but normally we say if the restaurant, you need to say just not too much. Book related or whatever. If a sushi restaurant, for sure you put the restaurant. Number 7, leave it blank, and that also here also they call the lease promise. Lease term, if you don't know anything, you put it as lease, because the later on we, oh sorry. They don't give you too much. They don't give you too much here. I will do use by hand will be easy. So normally I do it here. Because you even know anything, you put this how many years left, what's the pricing, whatever. As police, because they need a copy from the listing agent. So in this way, you the buyer need to verify to certify with that. Other stuff you leave the brand here, nothing you don't need to know. And again, those are process you fill out as yourself. You see the name, Young, and yourself, everything here. The important here that the schedule A, those the clause we filled in here already, the condition clause, whatever filled in there already, and you need to modify according to whatever needed, because it's a restaurant, right? some people restaurant, so I don't need no inventory, I can remove this clause, right? And also, if I don't need an original name, I can remove it. Normally, if you buy the business, you need to keep the trade name, the same trade name. All right. And the rest will be you need to keep them as well. All the clause, as I say, according to whatever you need to let your client to read through one by one, whatever good, whatever not good, you need to talk to your client and make sure something's good for your client. You need to keep it, otherwise you can remove it. Always for spine business, we need a training, free training for 2 weeks. So that's the way we put something here. And also other condition we see, condition where copy of from the lease, assign the lease, assume the lease, or negotiate new lease with the landlord. Those conditions we always put in the back here. So you need it, you keep it. If you don't need it, you can remove it. And because in buying a sushi restaurant, just a second, the buyer will say, if you say 10,000 weekly sales, how can they know it, right? So normally what is we say? This is a condition to observe the business for 1 week. Some people say 10 days, something, but I saw it one time and 20 days for the people asking for seeing a business. They say, make sure they're making 10,000 a week, right? So that's kind of condition we need. Also here, also the listing agent will provide all the document to the buyer agent. See list like such as lease, copy of lease, financial statement, as I said at the beginning, and also the list of chattel, what included, what not included, the franchise agreement, and other agreement as well. So after they give you all the document, we have how many days? We have also 5 days. You can choose whatever days to review and approve, right? So if you on the same day, you can say 5 days, same day, depending on how long you need it. And also we can set the lawyer's review condition. The same thing, the lawyer has to review the offer, review these documents, everything. If approved, we can go ahead. Otherwise, we don't need it. And also here, again, the condition approved with franchise. If a franchise agreement, we had a court office to review and approve. If you want a new lease, you have a condition renew the new lease with the landlord. That's this one, right? So I don't want the lease now. I want a new lease. That's a condition. So for buying a business, a lot of conditions you can use it as well. And also this one will be if it's convenience store or just a restaurant, will be $6.49, or you have it here will be also that for liquor license. So that's a condition. If I buy a business without the $6.49 for convenience store, if no liquor license for the restaurant, for the bar, I don't want a business. So those are conditions here as well. So that's the offer content. And again, because too much in details, I don't want to touch everything, right? So let's go to the major point for our agent. You need what? You need to know what commission you have, right? 502, we did it. We needed to go by 320. So 320 will be the commission you need to pay. The listing agent will be represent the seller, the buyer agent, not that, provide service to your client. In this case, because we are in the same brokerage, so we can do multiple representation. But from December 1st, Tony will tell us later on Tuesday. So in that way, we are even the buyer and seller same coming from the same brokerage. We are not multiple representation anymore. Listing agent represent the seller. The buyer agent will be buyer agent will be representing the buyer. So your commission will be paid, of course, by listing brokers, by the listing agent, right? So here will be as per. As per MS, or sometimes I suggest you say flat fee, whatever I say, or 5%, whatever, right? So this important, you make sure from now on, again, if you are representing the buyer, Young represent the seller, so we are not multiple representation anymore. Used to be, the new rule changed already, remember it, okay? So that's the commission 302 you need it. And important as always we said, what you need, 540 by BRA. The BRA from now on, at the beginning, I mentioned already, the new rule they say you need side BRA whether or not to show the profit. No, so far you still can show, but we suggest you sign BRA. So that's a BRA, same thing like residential, okay? And fill out everything and commencing date, whatever you here. Oh, the important here you need when you fill in what type the user looking for. You say the client wants to buy what? Restaurant. Or sometimes food related. You can type something like this. Also geographic, you say GTA, you can say GTA, or some people say Toronto, whatever, right? You just important you need to put in. And here from the page 2, you always need, we could hold over day. How long? 90 days. Some people put even 120, some people put 180 days, whatever you need. So numbers you need to put here. Yeah. And also the commission, I think they need to mention the commission. Yeah, the commission. Okay, the commission you can say as per MS. So, or you can say exact wording 5%, whatever. It's up to you, right? Normally go some 5%, some 4%, some as per MS. You can say so, right? So that's the BRA you need to sign here, okay? Otherwise, if you don't sign BRA, your commission is not protected. So that's very important for you. And also we, in our office, Tony always repeatedly tell us, when you sign a BRA, please upload on BRS. The reason is if you don't upload on BRS, once the commission issue coming out with other agent, of course, you will lose some kind of proof, evidence. So we always suggest once you sign BRA, please upload the BRS. So that's the important, you need to keep it, right? So that's the package so far. And for the offer for the commission 320 and BRA already. So that's a lot of document we need to remember. So I don't want to touch anything now in details. And because we don't really have time. Oh, it's already 12 o'clock. Sorry about it. Yeah. And no matter what, so later on, if you have any issue in listing or in buying agent, of course, you always can contact myself, Sammy, Scott, or Tony as well. And in all the training sessions, I always said to our colleagues, you don't need to know everything. Like myself, again, as I say, no one is perfect. No one knows everything. So the important is you have to know where you can find it. There's a lot of things you can find from our office website. Of course, you can also contact us as well. Or sometimes you can Google online to find out some like wording, some terms, whatever you need as well. So that's the important for everyone, right? And this is only a 1 hour section, so thank you for everyone. I believe 10 minutes for some question we can answer directly, and that's important for everyone. So because today's Saturday, I don't want to keep everyone too much time here. Okay, so let's start. the searching the offer. Let's start from chat. Is anybody has any question, we can talk about it. Okay, thank you. One thing I can share with everyone here before you leave. I remember that yesterday one of colleagues called us to say, David, Tony, that we found some property, the half price for sale. Molly, are you here? So you are the one told us, ask us, right? He asked for at the beginning that the farmland, 75 acres with property. At the beginning last year, they asked 9.9 million. Huge, lot of money, right? Finally, Molly found that they sold how much? 2.6 million. That's a really huge difference, even not half, 1/3, right, of the price asking. So that's sometimes say, how come they sell this that low? That some client was asking, David, Molly, you can find it. What's the reason? So for us, I can share with you, say it's not easy to say why they sell this price, why they drop that much. Number one, as I always said, maybe the market price is not 9.9 million when they're asking, number one. Number two, probably the seller or buyers psychologically, they have a price in mind. So that's the pricing we cannot, if you're not listing agent, we don't know, we cannot find it. Number three, of course, should be some other arrangement. Arrangement means maybe that between seller and buyer, they know, I pay you this much now, or I pay you whatever through some VTB. We can give you some discount. I can give you whatever. So that's number three is scale arrangements possible. So anyway, so for the commercial property, business for sale or commercial property for sale, as a listing agent, always some people ask me, David, how come I don't know that the deal accept the offer or accept already firmed up, but they did not disclose the pricing on MLS? My answer is for commercial property, yes, the listing agent can have the right to disclose the price until final closing. The reason is selling commercial property always sometimes from time to time not easy, as I said. Sometimes it's falls through all the time before closing. 1 day before closing, 2 days before closing is possible. So we don't expect the sold price to be on public until final closing. That's it. I can share with you. All right. Okay, let's see. Any question then we can talk about it.